Hello and welcome to the third video in our Xero How To series. Throughout the series we will be using the demo company, which you can also activate to practice with if you have an active Xero account. In this video we will demonstrate how to create invoices, send them to your contacts and the process of setting up recurring invoices. We will be utilising Xero's invoice templates for quick and easy invoicing. To begin sending invoices, navigate to Business, then Invoices from your dashboard. Once in the Invoices overview, you will be presented with details of who you have previously invoiced, when you sent that invoice, the payment due date, how much has been paid and is due, and the status of that invoice. To add a new invoice to this list, click New Invoice at the top of the screen. From here you can select who you want to send the invoice to by beginning to type the contact's name. Pick the date the invoice will be valid from. For example, most work is invoiced at the beginning or end of the month. Choose when payment of the invoice will be due based on your debtor day policy, e.g. a 30 or 60 day period. And lastly, what you want the reference to read. This identifies what the invoice corresponds to, such as May services. Now we can begin adding line items to the invoice. If this is a new item that will be used again in the future, we need to create a rule for it. Click into the first item cell, then click the drop-down arrow and New Item. A pop-up box will appear that you can populate with the item information. You can then add the item code and name along with the price, which account category it falls under, the rate of tax, and a description of the item sold or work provided. Click Save and your settings will be added to the invoice. When invoicing for this item again, you will be able to select it from the drop-down menu and it will populate the information automatically. This can be overridden if required to amend any fields. However, if this is a one-off item being invoiced, you can simply click into each of the cells and input the information. Once complete, you can then save the invoice for later or approve and send the invoice to the contact. To set up a recurring invoice, the process is mostly the same. From the dashboard, head to Business, then Invoices, and select New Repeating Invoice. Then simply choose how often you want the invoice to repeat and fill in the invoice items as above. Once payment is received, it will either be automatically allocated against the invoice through your bank feed, or you will need to allocate it manually if it is a cash or cheque payment. To do this, start by clicking into the invoice and then allocating how much of the invoice has been paid off, the date it was paid, where the payment is being paid to, e.g. your business bank account, and provide a reference for that payment. Once that information is filled in, click the Add Payment button to allocate the payment. Getting to grips with invoicing in Xero can be tricky, but we hope that this video has made the process seem a little simpler. Thank you very much for watching and please join us for the next video.